At Wind River Resort and Casino, we like to celebrate life's little moments. Oh, and the big ones too, because around here, when you're completely in the moment, that's when the magic happens. Come in and find your moment at Wind River Resort and Casino.
Hi, good morning to you all. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Krueger. You are watching Weather NorCal. Of course, you're watching Coffee with Krueger. I'm having my cup of coffee. How about you? Do you have tea? Do you have coffee? Do you have Red Bull? I know some people like to drink Red Bull in the morning. I know someone in particular that's a big fan of the Red Bull. I'm out of focus. Woo! Here we go. Autofocus, gotta love it. There we go. But yeah, so it's Tuesday. You know, I was actually thinking, I woke up this morning and go, it's already Tuesday. I mean, that's kind of the attitude you got to try to get, right? If you're working that 5-day work week, Monday through Friday, you got to just wake up and go, oh, it's already Monday or it's already Tuesday, and you're ready to go here for the day. Good morning to you, Debbie. So glad you could join us this morning. Hey, tell you what, let's get you right to it, shall we? Let's get you right to Krueger's Quickcast, because as you know, I go into a lot of detail, and I'll be doing that a little bit later here. But for those of you that are just kind of checking in the morning before you're heading out in the door, you want to make sure that you can just get the forecast real quickly, get you out the door. We can do that. That's what Krueger's Quickcast is all about. So let's start off with the radar. This is a loop from the last 6 hours or so. There's been a little bit of shower activity last night and early this morning, especially out towards Modoc County and off to the east of the valley, eastern Shasta County, even eastern Tehama County as well. That, as you can see here, kind of moving down to the south. Now, this is on the backside of the area of low pressure that brought us the clouds and even some showers yesterday. That is moving out, and we're between systems today. So that'll allow us to actually dry out a little bit here, at least for the first half of the day today for most of us. Temperatures a little bit not as cool as it was yesterday at this time, but still not bad, right? 63 degrees for Redding, 58 degrees for Willows, 48 degrees out in Chester. There you can see Alturas also 48, 51 for Mount Shasta City, and low to mid 50s along the coast. There's your visibility, and unfortunately the camera out in Crescent City is down, but I bet it's a gorgeous sight. But we can show you what it looks like right now in elk country north of Trinidad. And I don't think I see any elk in there this morning here, but I do think we're going to see some sunshine for at least the first part of the day. And then eventually those clouds will start to kind of move back in here as that next storm system up to the north of us begins to move on in. Let's get you out the door this morning for your Tuesday, September 17th. So you can see the partly to mostly cloudy skies today. Now there are a few showers this morning in Modoc County, but otherwise the first half of the day should be fairly dry today. By the second half of the day, it depends on where you are. I think places like the North Coast, especially in northern Humboldt County, also into Del Norte County, Siskiyou County, and maybe even parts of Trinity County, seeing some showers late afternoon, early evening. And then eventually Modoc County and the rest of us getting in on that later tonight and into tomorrow. So we'll show you that here in Futurecast, right? So here you have it. We're at noon. So you see how it's mainly dry. All right, so we're fairly dry at this point. So the first half of the day is dry, partly to mostly cloudy skies. This today, what we're seeing here today is a prime example of a cool and unsettled weather pattern. That's when you see the breaks in the clouds. You see sunshine sometimes more clouds than others. Sometimes the clouds look ominous, like they're going to rain on you, but they're not. And that's what we've got here this morning. If you look outside this morning, you see the clouds, but there's no rain just yet, at least for the valley, right? Then we go and do about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock this afternoon. We're beginning to see the first signs of some rain moving in. So you've got Del Norte County, northern Humboldt County, seeing some showers. Then through the rest of the afternoon into the evening, we start to see this not only begin to move eastward, but the area of low pressure itself is continuing to push southward. So we're seeing more rain for the coast. We're seeing showers even for Trinity County, right? And then also in Siskiyou County. And it's not out of the question at this point to see some isolated thunderstorms as well. But beyond that, it's still fairly dry for the rest of us. So most of us will be dry all day long. But you can see later this afternoon and evening to the northwest of the valley, you're seeing some showers and maybe some thunderstorms. Now by tonight, look what's happening. not only is are the showers themselves moving from west to east, but the low pressure system continues to push southward. So the chances for rain to the south begin to increase. So the valley seeing some showers, but probably not any thunderstorms here until we get into maybe tomorrow. All right, so there's your forecast for today. Dry for the valley, chance for showers in Del Norte, northern Humboldt, Siskiyou County, and even Trinity County, late afternoon, early evening. The rest of us, you're dry the rest of the day. And on top of that, it's a cool fall-like day. You can't beat temperatures like this, especially this time of the year, right? We're normally in the low 90s for this time of the year. All right, let's take a look at that 7-day outlook. And you got the dry conditions today in the valley, but showers coming in tonight. Chance for showers, maybe even some thunderstorms on Wednesday. And I will mention this, I'm not expecting a lot of rain or even thunderstorms for the valley, but we've got a chance for some of that wet weather. Then by Thursday, it's gone. We're warming up in low 90s by the weekend. Taking a look at your 7-day outlook for the coast. Showers this afternoon and evening, but by tomorrow, I think the coast will be dry through most of the day tomorrow. There may be some lingering showers tomorrow, but mainly dry. Same story inland, and for Trinity County, though, a little bit different. Late this afternoon, some showers. Should probably put some PM showers in there for Weaverville as well, with a chance going into Wednesday. And then Thursday, we dry things out and warm things up. You can see in the possible 90s by the end of the weekend, especially for Trinity County. All right, so for Mount Shasta, showers this afternoon and evening. Chance for showers, thunderstorms tomorrow. El Turris, you're going to wait until probably this evening tonight before you start seeing some of that rain, so dry through the day. And then showers and thunderstorms tomorrow, especially the first half of the day. Susanville, you're dry all day. Eastern Mountains, you're dry all day. Showers, thunderstorms, though, tonight and tomorrow. And check this out. There may be some showers and thunderstorms for the north end of the Sierra, places like Susanville southward. Could see a chance for showers and thunderstorms even on Thursday. But the rest of us will be dry on Thursday. And it's warming up. And we're going to be looking at those warmer temperatures by the weekend and especially for next week. Let's take a look at the fires real quickly. There just isn't much to report here, but I want to continue to keep you informed with what's going on with the fires. And there aren't any changes. 91% for the Boise fire, 99% for the Park fire. Now, over the weekend, at some point, they dropped it from 99 to 98. They kept it that way yesterday, and then at some point last night, it went back up to 99% containment. So I guess it just depends, right? And then, of course, we got the Bear fire at 88% containment. So looking at the winds out there right now, yeah, a little breezy out to the east. For today, a little breezy, especially coming in from the south and from the west for the eastern mountains. But should we be concerned about these winds? No. First of all, they're not very strong. Number two, it's pretty good humidity out there. We're over 30% in the valley. Typically, we've been looking at single digits, right? So this is really a nice welcome sight. In fact, my son was out running for cross-country training yesterday, and he said, yeah, it was nice and cool out, but boy, it was a little humid out there. And yeah, so you add the humidity, and of course, that can create a little bit of that heat stress, even when temperatures are only in the 70s, believe it or not. Your body has a harder time allowing the perspiration to evaporate on your body, and it makes it, and so you tend to warm up a little bit faster during those more humid conditions. Taking a look at Lake Oroville, there you can see it looks like you got mostly cloudy skies this morning. No rain, obviously. There's Lake Oroville North Forebay. A little bit of a breeze. You can see some ripples in the water, but overall, still looking pretty nice, and some breaks in the clouds this morning. Take you out to Main Street, Chico, on Highway 32. Traffic, not much, right? But we're probably going to see more traffic there on Highway 99. Oh, it looks like they changed the view of the camera there. But you can see some of the traffic, nothing major. Take you out to Sundial Bridge. Oh, there it is moving. Take out to Sundial Bridge Drive on Highway 44, or Highway 44 at the exit. That exit you see right there, that's the Sundial Bridge Drive. And there, of course, you can see just some of the cars that we typically see this time of the year. Let's check in with everybody, see how you're doing this morning. We've got Ann Wilcox. Good morning. It's on this beautiful day. Let's put them up on the screen here. Give you some recognition. How you doing out there, Ann? We've also got Shelly from Weaverville checking in this morning. Now, I know, Shelly, a while back when I decided to go from 6:30 to 7 o'clock, you're a little bummed because sometimes you got to leave before I do the show. But I appreciate you being able to check in every once in a while. I see you on there. So good morning to you, Shelly. We have got Ruth Sanchez saying good morning. We've got Curtis Brown. Good morning, all. Coffee just got done. Looks like that's what he meant to say there. Bill is saying good morning. Wet but nice here in Red Bluff. Yeah, I mean, there was a little bit of rain, but not a ton. Good morning from MacArthur. We got Tracy, some of our regulars. We've got Madeline saying good morning, Mike. Good morning to you. And we've got Catherine saying good day, everyone. White Rose yesterday on Clark Creek Road yesterday. Lake Britain area, 3,200 feet level. It may have been hail, a lot of hail. I would say that's probably what it was. I think the snow levels are probably way too high for 3,200 feet. But I do have a friend. His name is Mike Graff. He's out in Chico. He was out in the Tahoe region. He said at about a little over 6,000 feet, he said it was sticking a little bit at about 6,000 feet near the Tahoe region. So we did see some snow. Believe it or not, we did see some snow yesterday in some of those highest of elevations. We got Jeff Johnson saying good morning, Mike, and we've got David Hoffman saying GM, which these days, the kids these days, I'm just kidding, Dave, but everything is in acronyms, right? I think they call them acronyms. Good morning with a cup of coffee there. Good morning to you. Good morning, everybody. We'll tell you what, everybody's here. Everybody's ready for a deep dive forecast, so let's get to it, shall we? Of course, as you know, Coffee with Krueger would not be possible without Wind River Resort and Casino. At Wind River Resort and Casino, you can enjoy friendly service, a wide variety of promotions, specials and promotions, plus all of your favorite slots and table games. Again, when Coffee with Krueger made possible by Wind River Resort and Casino. So taking a look at the radar, we did see a little bit of shower activity, especially to the east and northeast of the valley. So parts of Modoc County, parts of eastern Siskiyou County, northeastern Shasta County, and eastern Tehama County. So again, you can see some of those showers that kind of pushed on through a little bit heavier out towards Alturas, and that was expected. We're seeing some leftover showers this morning around the Alturas area. And look at that. You see the pink? That's over the Warner Mountains looking at some snow. Yeah, absolutely. There's some snow out there in some of those areas here, and this is all moving down to the south and to the east. But I do expect drier conditions for all areas this morning with increasing clouds. There are some breaks in the clouds. We're seeing that. But temperatures on the cool side, upper 50s, low 60s for the valley, 40s and 50s for the higher elevations, and low to mid 50s right now along the coast. So cool and unsettled pattern continues. Again, I talk about this and kind of define what cool and unsettled really means. And think of yesterday. Yesterday was a good example, and today will be another good example. You looked outside, you saw some breaks in the clouds, sometimes even more sun than clouds. And then the clouds come in, they get ominous, they look like it's going to rain, but doesn't quite. And then maybe eventually you see some rain, maybe some showers or sprinkles. Some of you may even see a thunderstorm. And that's essentially what we saw yesterday. That's the case again today. However, it's going to be a drier start. We're talking about dry conditions for almost everyone through the morning hours, with the exception, of course, Modoc County that's seeing some of the showers this morning right now. But those will clear out, and then we'll be looking at dry conditions through the first half of the day. Then afternoon, some showers moving in. We'll talk about that here in a second. Warming trend this week. It's a little bit warmer today than yesterday, but still well below normal. And then back to the 90s. Yes, back to the 90s for the valley later this weekend and early next week. So yeah, a little windy off to the east here, but nothing to be terribly concerned about. A little bit on those gusty sides off to the east here, and then we go into your Wednesday. Nothing really major going on with those winds. And we go into your Thursday. Again, fairly calm. The exception of the coast, maybe seeing some gusty winds later this week. There are the south winds, but not very dry. We actually have some humidity out there. This is great to see. Now, we are starting to see those humidity levels slowly but surely drop. We're down to the upper teens by Thursday, probably even lower than that by Friday. As we start getting into the end of the week, temperatures are increasing, storm systems are moving out, we're back to drier conditions, and hopefully it doesn't get too windy. It doesn't look like it will, but we may see just slightly elevated fire weather risk because Now we're looking at drier conditions, and those fuels react pretty quickly to how dry it is in the air. Now you can see that the area of low pressure that impacted us over the last 24, 36 hours, that is slowly but surely moving on out of here. So as that low pressure moves out, we're between systems. This is what's moving in and approaching us today. It'll be over us by the time we get into tonight and tomorrow. And that's going to continue to bring us a cool and unsettled weather pattern. So looking at today, Storm Prediction Center has nothing for today. However, I will say this. We could see some thunderstorms late this afternoon and evening for Siskiyou County, Del Norte County, and even parts of Modoc County as well. But it's going to be later in the day, so most of the day it's not going to be thunderstorms, right? Then by tomorrow, the storm system is moving from north to south. So as the low pressure shifts southward, now we're focusing our attention on thunderstorms for this area in green here for tomorrow. Then by Thursday, most of us are drying out, but the northern Sierra could still see some showers and thunderstorms through the entire day on Thursday, afternoon showers and thunderstorms. They won't be as widespread, but we're on the back side of that low pressure system at this point. Now I put the footprint of the park fire in here because we still have to be on the lookout for the potential for mudslides and debris flows, which would mean, of course, during those times, the National Weather Service would typically issue a flash flood warning. And of course, mudslides and debris flows. Last time there was one, they basically just put that flash flood warning over and had basically this footprint right here for that area where the flash flood warning was. So again, I just want to show you where that is in comparison to the storms that we may see here as we go into the next few days. So again, this morning you're seeing some of those light showers. Futurecast doing a pretty good job about that. Then you can see a little bit of clearing for Modoc County. So we'll call it partly to mostly cloudy there. By noon, we're still fairly dry for everybody, right? But we're beginning to see the leading edge of some of this rain move in. Now what you'll notice is this. Think about this. Area of low pressure. The air around that low pressure moves in a counterclockwise rotation like this, okay? I'm just kind of showing you where that low would be. So the center of the low, it moves around that center of that low. So what's going to happen is, you see what's happening is this is moving in this direction. So what does that mean? We're on the south side of that flow. The low pressure is still up to our north. That low pressure through this afternoon and tonight will slowly push southward. As it does that, all of this rain that we're seeing here, right, that's going to be pushing southward through this afternoon and tonight as well. So we'll see that here. So yes, late by mid-afternoon, we start to see the potential for showers, even some thunderstorms for the coast, but not much elsewhere. Then we go into about 6 o'clock this afternoon. That's now pushing eastward. We can see some thunderstorms in Siskiyou County. Not much out towards El Tourist, but maybe some light showers out towards Modoc County. But you see how now it's moving southward. Now we're getting it in Trinity County. Now we're starting to see it more in southern Humboldt County as well. It's going to start off to the north, work its way southward. Now, as we go into later on tonight, 10 p.m., you see how now it's spreading southward. Now the valley getting caught up in some of these light showers. We could see some thunderstorms out towards some of the higher elevations. But you'll notice we're still not seeing a lot of activity here for Lassen or Plumas counties. It's not until late tonight and tomorrow morning that we start to see it come in. Now notice we're seeing the center of the spin right about here. So these storms are moving like this. They're moving around that area of low pressure like this. So these are kind of moving in this direction. These are moving in that direction. These showers are moving to the north and west. That's not necessarily the most important part. What's important is we are still seeing tomorrow morning showers and thunderstorms, and even the valley could see some of that. And look at this. Over the park fire, there could be the potential for thunderstorms over the burn-scarred area. That could lead to the potential for some mudslides and debris flows. Meanwhile, off to the west, things are starting to dry out. Not entirely, but they're beginning to dry out. You know, so I said starting. I don't know why I really stressed that T there, but okay. Anyway, there's noon tomorrow. Now we're seeing much drier conditions. In fact, clearing skies by noon for the coast. Still some scattered showers and thunderstorms, mainly east of the valley at this point. But the valley could still see some wraparound showers and an off chance for a thunderstorm even at noon tomorrow. But it's still seeing the potential for some thunderstorms over the burn scar area. That continues Wednesday afternoon. So you see by 3 p.m., we're still seeing this activity kind of rotate around the area of low pressure. So we can see some activity here. It shows for Redding, but I think even places like Red Bluff, everyone in the valley could see that potential for those showers and thunderstorms. But most of them are off to the east, including Modoc County. 6 p.m. Wednesday, we're beginning to see that wrap up. Most of it's now east of the valley. By Wednesday night, that's even beginning to wrap up. But then we begin to see some wraparound showers and maybe some thunderstorms developing off to the east here. Now you'll notice it's not very widespread, so most of you in Lassen, Plumas County will be dry, but you could see a stray shower or thunderstorm here through the afternoon on Thursday. And then by Thursday night, Friday, it's completely gone and everyone will be 100% dry at that point. So rainfall estimates. Keep in mind the key word here is estimates, okay? So it might be overdoing it in some areas, it might be underdoing it, but I do think the valley could see some measurable rainfall and probably not much more than 1/10 of an inch of rainfall, I think, in some spots. Now, some of the higher elevations could see much more than that, especially if you get caught under a thunderstorm. If you get caught under a thunderstorm or 2 or 3, you're talking upwards of 8/10, close to an inch of rainfall, right? But if you don't get caught under a thunderstorm, then maybe you're talking about 1/10. A 1/4 of an inch of rainfall in the mountains, right? Now you'll notice we have some pretty decent amounts for the coast. Most of that rain for the coast, and inland areas for that matter, will be tonight, tomorrow morning. After that, that's it. So that's when the bulk of that rain will fall. This will just continue to be, through tonight and even through the day tomorrow as well. And then, of course, by Thursday, it's starting to kind of move on out for most of us. Drier than normal conditions are in the forecast for the long range. And again, we're between systems here. So we've got this cooler air that's moving out. Today, we're between systems. This one will actually pretty quickly move to the south. So by tonight, it's to our south. By tomorrow, it's moving east. We're still getting some of that wraparound moisture on Thursday for Lassen County, Plumas County, right? But everyone else is dry. This cooler then moves out and moderates. And in the meantime, as we get into the weekend, high pressure is beginning to build back in. And high pressure builds for Sunday and through at least the middle of next week. But see, this storm system rides over the ridge. This storm system will ride over that ridge as well. And that will prevent the ridge from building really strong. So yeah, still maybe some mid-90s in there. Low 90s over the weekend, maybe some mid-90s by the time we get into next week. But for now, it looks like we're going to dodge that triple-digit mark. But, the Climate Prediction Center is putting us in that warmer than normal category. But take a look at the trend. Here's what's interesting. Here we are technically in summer still, right? Temperatures mid-70s to around 80 degrees through tomorrow. The first day of fall is Sunday. We're going to flip-flop. It's going to feel more like summer on the first day of fall. Temperatures actually climbing even more after that. So this just, again, reiterates the fact that we're not out of the woods to seeing even triple digits. Even as we get to the end of September, even as we get into October. There have been many times in October that we've seen the triple digit heat. It can happen, all right? So let's just kind of keep that in mind. So we do have some warmer temperatures through next week. All right, there's your wave heights for today. Looking pretty good. As we go into tomorrow, though, as that storm system approaches tonight and tomorrow, those wave heights will be on the increase again. So we look at our marine forecast for today. There is a small craft advisory, but that will be allowed to expire at 9 o'clock this morning. Otherwise, those winds will be eventually from the southwest at about 5 to 10 knots. All right, here's your Trinity County neighborhood forecast. Yeah, beautiful, right, temperature-wise. I should have done this, but I should have probably included that chance late in the afternoon, so you get the idea there. But a chance for showers Wednesday, and then temperatures increasing. Beautiful temperatures. Gotta love that, right? Mid-70s for the Highway 299 corridor there. Let's take you to the south, and you can see temperatures upper 60s, low 70s there, although places like Mad River about 63, Wildwood about 67 degrees. All right, for Humboldt County. So many counties, sometimes I'm like, which one am I talking about here? For southern Humboldt County, we got temperatures upper 60s, low 70s. You'll be dry all day today, all right? It's not until tonight and tomorrow that you see the rain. Ferndale, Fortuna, Hydesville, even Rio Dell, you're kind of in the borderline where we start seeing showers late in the day today. Same thing for Eureka, but you start heading northward, yeah, some late afternoon showers. Maybe even a few thunderstorms, especially out towards Del Norte County. 64 degrees for Smith River, 60 degrees for Crescent City, and Oric about 63 degrees. Your Siskiyou County neighborhood forecast, mid to late afternoon, really closer to the late afternoon to evening. We're seeing showers and thunderstorms here possibly, and then more thunderstorms as we go into Wednesday, especially the first half of the day. Scott Valley, same story. Temperatures are right around 70 degrees, give or take, but we're warming up by the end of the week and this weekend. Central, eastern Siskiyou County, Weed about 66, 64 degrees for McLeod, and there's that chance for showers again and thunderstorms for Wednesday. drying out on Thursday. Modoc County. Probably later this evening and tonight you're seeing the showers and thunderstorms. More showers, thunderstorms on Wednesday, and then it dries out on Thursday. Now for the eastern mountains, look at Bernie. Bernie, you're going to be dry through most of the day today, but eventually tonight and tomorrow you got the chance for showers and thunderstorms, but notice no thunderstorms on Thursday. So this whole area right here, most likely thunderstorm free by Thursday, all right? But as we head to the south, I'm going to show you something. Because as we go into Chester, as we go into Lake Elminor and Lassen Park, yeah, maybe the potential for a thunderstorm on Thursday, but don't count on much. In fact, most of it will be the south of those areas. So you can see around Mineral Paradise, probably not, right? But Greenville, Susanville, Janesville, Quincy, all of these areas here, chance for thunderstorms on Thursday. And then there you can see by Friday, in Paradise, of course, you're dry on Thursday. Friday, it's warming up, low 80s by Saturday, mid 80s by Sunday and Monday. All right, let's take you to the Valley neighborhood forecast, mid 70s. You're dry today, but later this evening, maybe some showers and maybe even a few thunderstorms here for tomorrow. That's the case up north too. 69 for Lakehead today, 70 out in Whiskeytown, and 75 degrees for a high today in Reading. Speaking of Reading, here's your 7-day outlook. We're around 80 by tomorrow. So you see how we're seeing that gradual increase? And we're back in the upper 80s by Thursday and Friday. And then your first day of fall, it's going to feel more like summer. We're doing a little flip-flop here, aren't we? It's summer now technically, but it feels like fall now. And then once we get to fall, it's going to feel more like summer. Mother Nature just can't seem to get her act together, can she? Can she? I don't think so. All right. Let's see, we've got Steven, we've got a lot of our regulars, Krista and Margie. Good morning from Coffee Creek. Coffee Creek, coffee with Krueger. You're having coffee with Krueger and Coffee Creek. All right, nice little play on words there, I guess, a little bit here. Fun start to our day. Let's see what Krista has got this morning for us. She's saying, fun start to our day. Our cats spotted a little bat in the house. I don't know if that's fun or a dilemma, because if I found a bat in my house, I don't know how happy I'd be about that. Good luck getting that out of the house. Hopefully the cats can get it out of the house. That's usually their job, right? They hopefully keep the rodents out of the house. I had, gosh, how many years ago, a mouse in the house. And I tried everything to get rid of it. Eventually it got down to where we were able to kind of get it into one room. We got everything out of the room and got it out of the house. It was such a pain. But I mean, it was over a month by the time we got that thing out of the house. It was so hard to get that thing. I put traps everywhere, everything. So much fun. Well, good luck to you, Krista. I hope you can get that thing out of there. She said, oh, okay, that's good. Said he's safely captured with the fishnet and back outside. All right, good. So that's no longer an issue. So I guess it was a little fun. It's always fun doing that kind of stuff. Real quick, too, we're to take a look at what's going on with the calendar. It's National what day? I don't know. What's a National Professional House Cleaners Day? Oh, let's put that up on the screen here for you. We got National Professional House Cleaners Day. So if you have a house cleaner, I know I don't. I don't know. I can't validate paying someone to clean my house. I don't know. National Professional House Cleaners Day. I don't know, maybe one day I'll do that, but for now I don't. National Monte Cristo Day. All right, it's a good sandwich. National IT Professionals Day, not National IT Professionals Day, National IT Professionals Day. We got National Voter Registration Day. All right, go out and register to vote. Very important. All right, everyone always says how important it is to vote. You got to vote. National Apple Dumpling Day. Who doesn't love apples? Who doesn't love dumplings? Constitution Day and Citizenship Day. All right, well, that's fun. Some interesting days out there. Do you celebrate the Constitution? I guess, right? That's our nation. You got to celebrate the nation. It's always fun. All right, folks. Well, what do you say we wrap things up this morning and call it a morning? That's what we're going to do. Thank you all so much for joining me this morning on Coffee with Krueger, made possible by Wind River Resort and Casino. I want to thank them for their support. I want to thank you for your support. Hey, get the word spread out. Tell all your friends, tell all your family about not only Coffee with Krueger in the morning, but Weather NorCal. let's get the word out there. I'm finding more and more people. I'm running to more and more of you out in the public saying, hey, I watch you every morning, or I watch Weather NorCal every day, love Weather NorCal, and I appreciate those comments. So if you see me in public, do not be afraid to approach me and say hello and tell me that you watch Weather NorCal and that you love Weather NorCal, because that's what helps keep me going. It does, it helps. It's really a big help, because Weather NorCal would not exist without you. And then of course it wouldn't exist without our sponsors. So I appreciate all the sponsors out there as well. All right, that is going to do it this morning. Let's take a look at some of the cameras this morning. We've got, well, no, not that one. I think I've got cameras ready to go. Do I? I do, yeah. We're going to take you out to Lake Oroville, a live stream here, and you can see some of the clouds off in the distance. Yes, we're looking at partly to mostly cloudy skies this morning. Mainly dry with the exception of some showers right now in the Modoc County area. Those will actually be clearing out here later on as well. So that's going to do it for us this morning. Have yourselves a great Tuesday. Be sure to keep checking into your local forecast here on Weather NorCal. The morning forecast updates at 6 a.m. The noon forecast, of course, at noon, and our evening forecast updates at 6 p.m. in the evening. And I'll see you bright and early here tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. on Coffee with Krueger. Have a great day.